Thanks, John, and thanks for in some detail what the impacts of this legislation are and who's going to benefit. John is a member of the Infrastructure Committee on which I'm the ranking member. And I just want to say, we've been waiting for that trillion-dollar Trump infrastructure plan for a year now. And what we're hearing is, well, they just can't afford it. We can't afford to rebuild America's infrastructure. So let's compare the impact of a few of these tax cuts to what we could have done or could do with that money. Every tax cut means the government foregoes revenues. So let's just take the estate tax. Doubling the exemption to an $11 million or $22 million estate, that costs $100 billion. If we invested that $100 billion in infrastructure, we would create 1.5 million working family wage jobs for Americans. 1.5 million jobs. Now, I suppose those people with the cuts in the estate tax, I mean, they're going to trickle something on working people. Probably not jobs, though. And then let's look at one of my favorites. The pass-through, we're going to help small business. Well, no, we're not really going to help small business. If you work in your small business, you don't get a tax break. If you are a passive investor in a so-called small business or pass-through entity, you get a big tax break. Now, the president says he won't benefit. He owns 500 pass-through businesses, according to his financial disclosure. Each one of those will give him a massive tax break. Well, that little beauty cost $600 million. Now, for $600 billion, for $600 billion, if we invested it in infrastructure, we could create 9 million jobs. These passive investors in oil and gas and real estate, how many jobs are they going to create? Again, yeah, they might hire another manservant or, someone to cut the lawn or someone to wax the yacht. But, hey, it's not going to be 9 million jobs. And it isn't going to be at family wages, Davis-Bacon wages, I might say, really good wages. And let's just look at one other. The top rate. That only goes to people who earn over $500,000 a year. They're going to get a substantial break in about $130 billion it's going to cost us to give a tax break to people who earn over $500,000 a year, more of the trickle class. And that would have created 2 million family wage jobs rebuilding America's infrastructure, and not just benefiting the people who do the work. And it isn't just construction. It's design, it's engineering, it's small business. And just think of all the benefits in terms of the movements of good and people and how it makes America more competitive. What a sad day it is when, as you pointed out very well, we're giving this money to 3/4 of it goes to corporate tax breaks. 3/4. The last time we gave corporations a big tax cut under Bush, when they repatriated almost $1 trillion, 93% of the money was spent on stock buybacks, dividends, and executive bonuses. I don't know what they did with the other 7% because those same corporations actually reduced employment. So what a false promise this is. A very, very sad day. I think that